There's something deeply wrong with Roblox. Not just the kind of wrong you see in broken games or greedy monetization. I'm talking about the kind of wrong that you don't see until someone shines a flashlight on it. The kind of wrong that hides behind avatars, fake names, and outdated chat filters. And the kind of wrong that somehow has become normalized on a platform full of literal children. Roblox has a problem with predators. That's not clickbait, that's not exaggeration, that's reality. YouTubers like Oma have built entire channels around catching people, preying on kids. Schlep, a creator known almost entirely for exposing pedophilia on Roblox, has millions of views because there's that much content to work with. Let that sink in. There's so much of this happening on Roblox that creators can literally make entire careers documenting it. And here's the part that makes me angry. Roblox knows. They've had years, billions of dollars, teams of trust and safety, AI moderation, internal reports, user bans, all of it. And still, we're seeing the same cycle every single year. Now, obviously, no one expects Roblox to catch every predator with hundreds of millions of users logging on each month. That would be impossible. But the point is, we shouldn't be relying on unpaid volunteers and commentary YouTubers to do what Roblox, as the largest pure gaming company in the world, should already be doing. This isn't just about a moderation problem, it's a platform problem. And if no one talks about it, nothing changes. So in this video, I want to walk you through the reality of what's happening, the failures in policy, the people stepping up where the companies won't, and the question we should all be asking by now. How did Roblox, a company built for kids, become a place where predators thrive? Let's talk about it. It's worse than you think. This isn't just a few bad actors slipping through the cracks. This is a full-blown, ongoing failure, and it's happening on one of the biggest gaming platforms in the world, right under everyone's nose. We're not just talking about creepy players and obscure games, we're talking about full-on predator cases, people who are repeatedly exposed for preying on children, often while Roblox moderation does next to nothing. Take creators like Schlep. He's built an entire channel around catching predators specifically on Roblox, not one or two cases, dozens. And the fact that he can make that kind of content consistently should tell you something. There's enough material there for an entire career. Then there's Oma, who started out doing similar content on Roblox, but eventually expanded to catching predators on other platforms too. His shift away from Roblox wasn't because the problem was solved. It's because the issue is that widespread across the internet. But it started on Roblox, and it keeps happening on Roblox. These aren't anonymous trolls. These are people being named, confronted, and exposed in full-length videos, while Roblox, a billion-dollar company, barely responds. The people doing the actual work here aren't moderators or community managers. They're YouTubers. They're doing the job Roblox is supposed to be doing. And no, nobody's expecting a company to magically catch everyone on a platform with hundreds of millions of users. That is not realistic. But it is realistic to expect that a company this massive, one that positioned itself as a safe, creative space for children, would have some sort of system in place to better detect grooming behavior, predator accounts, or known offenders being repeatedly reported. Because right now, it's bad enough that regular creators are stepping up just to protect kids, and that's a job Roblox should be leading, not ignoring. Firstly, it's critical to recognize the scale of this issue. According to Bloomberg and Heidenberg research, predators routinely create multiple Roblox accounts, sometimes dozens, posing as kids to groom young players. And one devastating case reported by ABC Chicago, a 13-year-old in Texas was groomed on Roblox, then on Discord, and tragically assaulted in real life, all despite her mom using Roblox's parental controls. The Guardian study as of April 2025 also exposed that even with enhanced safety settings, a test account mimicking a 5-year-old easily encountered explicit conversations and adults attempting to solicit personal info, showing controls are far too weak. Now let's talk about vigilante hunters. Sleep still focuses on Roblox predators. Oma expanded his efforts to bust predators outside the platform. This shouldn't be their job. These are creators stepping in because Roblox clearly isn't. The reason? Blunt cost cutting. Heidenberg revealed that Roblox slashed a trust and fund safety spending by around 2%, even as they reported losses, likely in favor of financial metrics. Their moderation teams are often outsourced overseas with minimal pay and insufficient training, and yet the platform credits AI moderation for all the safety advancements. But sources including former employees in Heidenberg say AI regularly fails to catch grooming behavior, abuse, and subtle predatory attacks. And yet the platform credits AI moderation for all the safety advancements. AI regularly fails to catch grooming behavior, abuse, and subtle predatory attacks. Let's get into where Roblox really falls short. How its moderation system not only fails developers and creators, but leaves kids dangerously exposed. Roblox's AI-powered chat filter is notorious. Instead of letting kids interact normally, it randomly blocks harmless words and phrases, sometimes for no reason at all. For example, users report getting locked out of chat for saying totally innocuous things like my and even are so gentle. This overzealous filtering ruins the game experience, especially in roleplay communities. And the worst part, it isn't even stopping the really bad content. Developers are complaining that players are getting away with racial slurs and harassment by using clever workarounds while innocent users are getting silenced. But the reality is much worse. Numerous reports detail completely innocent things, such as soft laughter, getting abruptly banned from voice for saying nothing offensive. No warnings, no explanation. Ironically, the system punishes more innocents than actual offenders. A dev described it as shoot first, ask questions later. Trigger-happy moderation that discourages even the most civil interactions. On the flip side, actual predators, scammers, and inappropriate content slip through like nothing's happening. Experts say Roblox still exposes users under 13 to explicit materials, inappropriate roleplay with triple K or Kanye imagery, racist slurs, and grooming attempts. A Guardian investigation found minor test account encountering sexually suggestive content and being approached by predatory adults. That's a systematic breakdown, not just accidental. Roblox says it has a trust and safety team that moderates content and responds to reports. Thousands of moderators, constantly working. They've even added parental controls, blocking direct messages for players under 13. But here's the thing. Parents, developers, and educators are now stepping in to do what Roblox should be doing, tracking predators and protecting kids, like Schlep and Oma have. That's not your job. and you shouldn't have to build a career out of cleaning up a multi-billion-dollar company's mess. By this point, it's clear Roblox knows there's a problem. Reports have come out, videos have gone viral, even former developers have spoken up. So why hasn't anything really changed? Simply, there's no financial reason to change. Roblox is a multi-billion-dollar company built almost entirely on user-generated content. The vast majority of the content that is made by teenagers, some even younger, who don't even get paid fairly and don't get protected properly. So let's put ourselves in their shoes for a second. You've spent hundreds of hours making a Roblox game. You're earning maybe 25% of what your game is actually generating, even though it's actually less. And that's after platform fees and DevEx conversion losses. That's not including taxes after. The platform you're creating for isn't even keeping your players safe. But Roblox doesn't feel that pressure, because from a business standpoint, things are doing great. The company is profiting off your work and barely lifting a finger to moderate what happens in the safe space they control. They're not incentivized to build better safety systems. They're incentivized to keep you building for as little payout and effort as possible. So what can be done? At this point in the video, it's important not just to expose the issue, but to start the conversation on what could actually improve the platform. Here's a few things worth calling out. 1. Public moderation accountability. Roblox could publish quarterly transparency reports, how many bans, reports, flagged messages, and predatory incidents occurred, just like other social media platforms. 2. Hire actual trust and safety experts, not outsourced moderators, but qualified full-time employees with trauma-informed training who know how to deal with online abuse, not just bad words. 3. Flag suspicious behaviors, not just words. Modern moderation tools can detect patterns, like repeated messages sent to underage users or sudden spikes in private invites from unknown players. Why isn't Roblox using them? And finally, 4. Improved dev compensation. The more Roblox creates an ecosystem where devs are rewarded fairly, the more likely they are to speak out, stay engaged, and help clean up the platform. This isn't just about bad press. It's about real people on the other side of the screen, most of them children, and what it does to them to grow up on a platform where this kind of behavior is allowed to fester. When you're a kid, Roblox isn't just a game, it's a hangout spot, it's your escape, it's your identity. So when something traumatic happens, like being approached by a predator, or even exposed to inappropriate content, it doesn't feel like just another bad game experience. It feels personal, violating, and it will stick. Roblox's failure to handle this responsibly can leave kids feeling unsafe in the one digital space they thought was for them. They can also feel silenced and ignored when they try to report serious issues and, like the platform, values money over their well-being. And the worst part, it teaches them the wrong lesson about the internet. Kids grew up thinking this is just the norm, that they have to navigate these dangers alone, that being a good user means just ignoring it or staying quiet. That's not just irresponsible. It's actively harmful. To be fair, the problem isn't unique to Roblox. Other platforms like Discord, YouTube, and Twitch have all dealt with predatory behavior. But Roblox is different in one major way. It's marketed specifically to children. It knows its user base is young, and it refuses to scale its safety tools with the same intensity it scales its profits. They're not a tiny startup anymore. They're not figuring things out. They're a multi-billion-dollar company, and the bar has to be higher. And the real tragedy in all this, the responsibility to keep kids isn't even on Roblox anymore. It's been offloaded onto random YouTubers and concerned players. People like who I mentioned prior, which Schlep, Oma, and even various others are doing the work that the billion-dollar moderation team should be doing. Investigating predators, creating sting operations, and calling out dangerous behavior before anyone else notices. It's admirable, but it's also insane that they have to do it in the first place. These are just regular users, creators, teenagers, young adults. They're not trained in law enforcement, they're not moderators, they just saw something broken and stepped up when nobody else would. Roblox, meanwhile, still vague statements, still no accountability, still letting the system run on autopilot while cashing in billions. It paints a picture where if you're a bad actor, the biggest threat to you isn't the company, it's a YouTuber. That should never be the case. Let's be honest, Roblox knows how to scale. They built a platform that handles millions of concurrent users, countless daily purchases, and an entire developer economy. But when it comes to scaling safety, it's almost like they don't want to. For every million new users they gain, how many new moderation tools are developed? How many AI-driven filters? How many trained safety staff are hired? How many actionable policies are released publicly to show any measurable progress? The answer always feels like it's not enough. Roblox wants to be taken seriously like YouTube or even Steam, but YouTube and Steam have clear content rating systems, users reporting features that work, and transparency that Roblox still lacks. You can't have the power of a tech giant and the accountability of a startup. You can't play both sides forever. In the end, Roblox isn't just a platform where kids play games anymore. It's a billion-dollar company with real responsibilities, real consequences, and real harm if they don't act. And right now, it's clear that the people protecting this platform, they aren't the ones being paid to do it. YouTubers shouldn't have to be the first line of defense. Concerned players shouldn't be the ones sounding the alarms. And developers, especially the younger ones, shouldn't have to build a platform that protects predators more consistently than it protects them. Roblox has the money, it has the people, it just needs to care. Because at the end of the day, the people affected most by this, they're kids. And that should matter more than profit. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below and consider subscribing. Also, let me know your thoughts below. If you have any future video ideas, let me know in the comments below. See ya.